So congratulations, you got your first airsoft gun. And just like most people out there, basic is not good enough. The first thing you're gonna ask on the internet is, what can I upgrade with this airsoft gun? So today we're gonna go over some of the external and also internal upgrades that you can do to your rifle as well as your pistol, so that you can make these very custom to you and make them your own. So right here, what I have is a T6. KWA T6 is a great rifle. This one's tan, but it's just basic. You want it to look really cool. So one of the first things people do when they get an airsoft gun is they add accessories to customize their T6 or any of their airsoft rifles. So we offer here at MiR Tactical a bunch of different things that you can do to upgrade your rifle. You have grips, different flash hiders, tracer units, which are really popular, and optics as well. Now, when it comes to an optic, I'm going to stay on this one just for a little bit. There's two different types of optic. There's a red dot, which means that there's going to be a little dot showing where the BB is. How accurate is that? Based on the optic, could be accurate, could be not. Or something with some magnification like this Lancer Tactical optic. One of the other things that you can do is have a flashlight on your airsoft gun. Now, is in every case, are you going to use a flashlight? Are you going to use a tracer unit? No. Do they look really cool while you're playing, not using them? Yes, and that's what most of airsoft is sometimes. It's all about looks. It's not about the functionality, it's more about how your airsoft gun looks. Functionality is actually second in most cases. Now, some people are going to be triggered by that. They're going to say, I use my flashlight, I use my laser, I use my optic. Yes, you're going to. So some people it is, but for a lot of people, it's going to be just, how do I make this airsoft rifle look really, really cool, so that when I go out to the field, everyone's asking me, oh, where'd you get that? And that looks really cool. Just makes a conversation about how cool your airsoft gun is. So now that we got past the coolness factor, what are some viable upgrades that actually are worthwhile? Well, I brought up the tracer unit. Tracer units are really, really cool to actually just shoot cool tracer BBs, okay? It's not maybe adds to the function of the gun. It just makes your gun shoot cool, crazy colors out the end. If you're playing some airsoft events, sometimes there's gonna be low light situations, so that's where a flashlight will come into benefit. Most fields don't allow lasers because lasers can hit people in the eye, so when you do that, that's not good. So a laser in most places won't be allowed, even though they look really cool when you're shooting in your backyard. The next piece will be the optic. And although red dots are real cool looking, they do work in close combat kind of situations. One of the things that we like to recommend, especially if you have a longer gun, is some sort of magnification. A BB is not going to go straight into that red little dot anywhere on any of these optics. A BB is not a bullet. It's not going to go as straight as a bullet is. But it gives you some visibility to scout out your enemy. So when you're looking down this magnified optic, you can kind of see what's going on that you couldn't see with your naked eye. All right, so we did a quick recap on the external upgrades that you can do to your rifle, but let's look at pistols. There's really only about 2 or 3 pistols out there that have full upgrade capabilities when you talk about internals, and sometimes as well as externals as well. One of them is the Tokyo Marui Hi-Capa. The other is the AAPO1, which we can show right here. The Tokyo Marui Hi-Capa is the basic of what everyone upgrades internally, externally. And as you can see here, there's a whole lot you can do with a base Tokyo Marui Hi-Capa or any Hi-Capa, from slides to grips to custom safeties to making your pistol mag into an M4 mag, adding a little cool red dot optics. There's a whole lot of things that you can do externally with Tokyo Marui as well as the AAPO1 to make it a custom color, to make it look cool, and or add a little pistol sight. Now, when it comes to sights, it's one thing people ask about RMR sights and everything with Tokyo Marui pistols as well as other pistols. Do they actually work? Just like the rifles, they work up close, but when you get a little bit far, they're mainly just for looks, okay? They make your pistol look really cool too. So if you are just in for the looks, they also make your pistol look really, really cool. And the great thing about a lot of pistols in general, that maybe not the Tokyo Marui, the APO1, is that a lot of them have threads. And most of them have 14 mil threads, or they have 14 mil counterclockwise threads, or 11 millimeter positive threads. The good thing about Acetech, which is one of the best tracer unit companies out there, is that they both give you a 14 mil, so you can do it on a traditional 14 mil counterclockwise thread, or they give you an adapter to be able to put it into an 11mm positive, which some of the Hi-Capas have, mainly the 11mm positive. So you actually get both, so you can use it on your rifle as well as your pistol. Now again, with pistols, a lot of it is look. When you do the externals, a lot of it is looks, okay? So just with exterior look, there's going to be a group of people that don't care about looks of things. They want better performance right out of the gate. They buy the Ford Mustang and they want to put a supercharger on it right away. So what can you do with your airsoft rifle as well as your airsoft pistol to make it shoot farther, straighter, and have better grouping so that you can dominate the enemy, because that's what some people care over the coolness factor. So again, we talked about externals. Here's the internals. Here at MiR Tactical, we have our Rocket Labs builds, which are anything from mild to wild builds on the internals of the gun to make it shoot faster, farther, stronger, and more betterer, okay? And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna cut to a video real quick of what are some of the things that we do to the internals of a airsoft rifle, such as MOSFETs, better motors, better barrel assemblies, so that you can obtain the farther distance, better performing airsoft guns for your rifles. So you're on the internet, you're scouring what is the best airsoft gun of 2020 of all time. And I'm sure there's a bunch of keyboard warriors out there giving their opinion. Well, here at MiR Tactical, we've done the research for you. These are the Rocket Lab AEG and HPA guns, the best airsoft guns on the market. These Rocket Lab airsoft guns come in two different variants, both HPA and AEG, and both setups can be set up for different playstyles from CQB all the way to DMR. Rocket Lab's AEGs only come with the highest quality materials, from Acetech gears, Infinity motors, max hop-up unit, flat hop, and Prometheus barrel. So an AEG is not your thing? No worry. Rocket Labs also creates these HPA versions. In the HPA version, you're going to get a Polar Star Fusion engine, fine-tuned, along with a max hop-up, a Prometheus bucking, and a Prometheus barrel. As you see here, all Rocket Labs AEGs or HPA guns can be custom painted, just like this one in Mandalorian theme, because this is the way. Take down those tactical Timmies with the best airsoft guns on the market today, the Rocket Labs AEG and the Rocket Labs HPA guns. Find them at MiRTactical.com. All right, well, thank you. Hopefully you guys saw the awesomeness that you can do with awesome sauce too, that you can do with your M4 rifle. Now you're looking at probably the beginning of this video, you saw all these cool fancy Hi-Capas. And Hi-Capa, again, is one of the cool customizable pistols. The AAP01 is the other type of, well, more mainstream pistol now. And what we're going to show you in the next video segment is some of the cool internal upgrades that you can make these Hi-Capas not only look good, right, but also be really, really crisp, have really short trigger pulls, shoot faster, farther, straighter, so that you can have an awesome performing secondary on the airsoft field. We just got in a whole new line of Hi-Capas and Hi-Capa accessories, starting off with the Tokyo Marui Gold Match, the Extreme 45, the DOR, the 4.3, the 5.1, and the 5.1 stainless. To customize these awesome Hi-Capas, we have a bunch of different accessories from Cow and Airsoft Masterpiece. We have steel guide rods, outer barrels, a ton of different magwell styles, hammer assemblies, both one-piece and two-piece triggers, beaver tail assemblies, slide releases, and then when you've pimped out the exterior of your Hi-Capa, we have all the interior upgrades for this thing to shoot crisp, excellent. We have blowback housings, we have nozzles, we have hop-up units, buckings, barrels, and a ton more internal accessories so that Hi-Capa can shoot through the mountains. So now that you've taken and pimped out the externals, you've changed every single internal piece so that your BBs fly over the mountains, you're asking yourself, what more could I want? What more could I need? Well, most likely you're gonna be at a field with a bunch of 5-year-olds that aren't gonna call their hits. So we have drum mags for you, make them call their hits. You can find all these Hi-Capas, all these accessories, and these sweet drum mags at MiR Tactical. So one of the last things we're gonna look at is airsoft mags. And most of you are gonna choose M4s as your beginner airsoft gun, that or an ARP9. But one of the big things that you can upgrade on your airsoft gun is your magazines. So most of you, when you bought your M4, is gonna come with a high-cap magazine. So we recommend upgrading to a mid-cap. A mid-cap is gonna be half the capacity of a high-cap, but you don't have to continually wind it. So if you're gonna buy a mid-cap magazine, we have plenty of awesome choices, both budget-friendly as well as expensive Gucci that you can get for your airsoft gun. One of the ones that we recommend are the line of EPMs by PTS. These hold 250 rounds, so you don't have to compromise with the high cap of having 350 or in a mid cap having only 140. You can get this as 250 rounds, shoots awesome. But let's say you don't have this. They say you have another popper platform like a 9mm. Well, PTS has that as well through their EPM series, through their ARP9 that they just came out with. So you have a cool, awesome mag that you can use on your 9mm variant of airsoft gun. Now, these are a little pricey in the $30 range. So if you are on a budget and want an awesome mag that looks kind of cool, looks really cool, and it adds a little bit of color, then we're gonna show you the Lancer Tactical mid-caps. These Lancer Tactical high-speed magazines are actually really, really cool, and they add a little color and flair to your airsoft gun, giving them a unique perspective. Are they as nice as the EPMs? No. Are they still really awesome and look really cool? Yes. So if you're looking for, if you want to sacrifice a little bit of performance for less cost, as well as colors, they do come in black as well, then these Lancer Tactical mags are right for you. Now you've heard me talk too much. So let's go shoot a stock M4 rifle versus an upgraded M4 rifle, and let's go shoot a regular pistol versus an upgraded pistol. So not only can you see the external awesomeness of both the differences between the two, you can see what the performance looks like on a typical upgrade of both the M4 and the Hi-Capa. All right, now that you've seen the internals, externals, let's go shoot these ones. We're gonna take the stock ones first and see how much the upgraded versions actually shoot versus the stock. Stock Tokyo Marui Hi-Capa. All right, let's look. Pretty decent grouping, pretty, average. We'll just say average. It shoots. Now you're gonna see the fancy Hi-Capa, both externally and internally.
What are you expecting from the grouping on this one?
Tighter. It's always tighter. All right. First of all, lighter trigger feel. Second all, if you look, without moving, everything is tighter because you have that nice tight bore barrel in there, smoother action. So do you get to shoot better? Is a stock one awesome? Yes. Does an upgraded one shoot better? Yes. Stock Avalon, and Avalon's already a great gun, so it's gonna shoot really good. But we're gonna compare that with another upgraded Samurai Edge Avalon. All right, let's go shoot this stock, okay? Ready? All right. All right, so decent rate of fire, decent accuracy at 20 feet. But let's now have a little bit more fun with this upgraded Rocket Labs, fully upgraded on the internals. Samurai Edge version of the ammo. Yo! Same test. We'll do semi, and this is set to 3-round burst, okay? On full. All right, laser beams. That's what you get when you go upgraded with Rocket Labs. I say that's pretty good. Not bad.
I think that speaks for itself.
Watch you see. No, I'm kidding.
Not bad.
All right, so now that you saw the awesome performance that you can get out of your upgraded M4 and your upgraded pistols, hopefully this video will help you decide what should I do first to upgrade my gun. Should I work on the externals or make it a ripper and upgrade all the internals? The great news here at MiR Tactical is we have both fully stocked at the best prices. So if you need anything, please reach out to us in all our forms of media, including our website, our email, our phone number, and our social media. Thank you so much for your time. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Oh.